Hey there, everyone. Meteorologist Adam Claibon here with you going into the first weekend of 2026. And, well, we did see things pick up, especially throughout the month of December with a lot of rain. That definitely helped out with our drought conditions. We're going to talk about that here in a second, but we're also going to have to go over those king tides, when they're going to happen, and also just the continued active pattern now that we have in place, which could lead to more mountain snow heading on into next work week. First, I wanted to show you this late drought monitor that we had in late October. Now, you can see the drought conditions we had, tans and reds, oranges popping up there. Now, this is the latest one that we just got earlier this Wednesday, and where you see that yellow shading, well, that's not technically drought. That is where we have abnormally dry soil, and typically means we're going into or coming out of drought conditions. And in this case, we are coming out of drought conditions here on this side of the mountain. So west of the Cascades, we're doing pretty good. Of course, east of the mountains could be doing just a bit better, but we're going to keep things active. So we're going to add more moisture to this soil and start to pick things up a little more too as far as temperatures are concerned. Saturday and Sunday highs will be back into more of the low 50s before cooling down into next weekend, bringing those lower snow levels, which up here around Snoqualmie Pass, get ready for more of that snow to come as we head on into next week. Same could be said here around Mount Rainier. Looking up at Paradise too will be exciting to see. Temperatures here as we head on into early tomorrow morning will be more so around the 40s as some of that rain will be pushing its way on through. Now, that's all part of this bigger system that's going to be working its way through the area. Now, it's spinning just off of the coast. You can see some deeper moisture off to the south. We'll expect more rounds of that too, as that spin of low pressure that you see just off of the North California coast will be heading more so towards us. Now, with that, of course, we might see some higher waves, and yes, the high tides will go along to help bring some higher water levels there out towards the coast. So for Westport, we're talking about between the dates of the 2nd through the 4th of January. That will happen more towards the middle part of the day. La Push, more late morning, same dates there. Port Townsend, we're talking the 3rd through the 5th, and then that looks to be more before sunrise. Same for us here in Seattle. As you can see, those dates will be between the 4th and the 6th. As we look at futurecasts here over the weekend, showers coming on through. We'll get a wave early into Saturday morning as we head on into about 5 to 9 o'clock. Then about noon, we'll see a lot of that lift northward. Another round coming in towards the evening, 6 to 7 o'clock, and that will be with us here as we go throughout the nighttime hours. And you can see some heavier battles of rain coming through into Sunday. So some periods of heavier rain, also some breezy conditions, especially once we head on into Sunday. Amounts here for the next 2 to 3 day stretch between about 3/4 of an inch to an inch. So a good soaking rain will be ahead for us. And once we get these snow levels to come down after Sunday, even more, down to around 2,500 feet or below, well, check out what that will mean for us. First, wanted to show you this system working its way in from off of the coast. That's coming in for more out of the west. You can see these next few systems are coming from more the northwest, and that's really going to help to bring in a colder pattern and set up for more of this mountain snow, which looks to be really good for us as we head on into the next 6 to 7 day stretch. We're talking about closer to 2 to 3 feet of snow will be possible, and temperatures, they're going to start dropping a bit more too, with highs more so into the 40s here in the lowlands. 7-day forecast, it's going to be a milder weekend with highs in the low 50s both Saturday and Sunday. Afterwards, things will be a bit cooler. All right, everyone, try to dodge the rain and keep an eye out for some of those king tides, and have a great first weekend of 2026.